Today's plan is to go out and do something we never did before, and it's shooting with models. And guess who is the model? And she's a photographer. So, and he is not a model.
Yes, he is.
Not today. Carl Jung once said that the fool is a precursor to the savior. And Jordan Peterson added that the fool is a precursor to the transformation. And what that basically means is that when you start something new, you're going to be a fool because you don't know how to do that. And if you're willing to be a fool, you open the door to yourself to be something more, to be different, to be better, to become a master at something. You need to start as a fool. And we really want to put this photography thing on a high level so we can live all of it. And you need to start as a fool. And one of the parts as being a fool is being in the model's shoes and being in a photographer's shoes who is working with a crappy model and a photographer who never did a model work. And you'll probably look like a fool, and that's what we're going to film today. One thing that I need to address is that I feel super weird on the camera. It's super awkward. Being filmed is one thing. That's something I'm getting used to, especially now with daily vlogs. It feels more natural. It's part of my daily practice to talk to the camera. But once that big lens is looking at me, I don't think I have a single good photo in my life. So if you think that you can't be a model for this or that reason, this video is for you. If I can be a model, I think anyone can be a model. You can't be crappier than I am. So yesterday we've seen some videos with tips and tricks on how to pose, and this is what I mean, they said many things in the video, but this few things I'll be implementing today because I guess it's a big learning curve. First thing you need to focus is to look at the lens sometimes, and your body should be like 45 degrees if you're not a big dude. But even if you're a big dude, which I'm not, it gives you a wider perspective, not on this lens though. And you have options to look at this side or at this side or at the lens, and that's basically the other tip they gave is to play with your hands. You can play, especially if it's cold, then you can play like this with using your hands. And the other tip is you can play with your clothes, zip it, unzip it, take it off, put it back on, fix it, do something funny, fix your hat, put your hands in your pockets. And another thing you can do is just like walk normally like you walk, but my walking is funny, so we'll see the photos later. I think that's it. These things are even too much for me. Something particularly useful for male photography is to shoot them from below so they become more dominant. That's something you want from a male model to. That's what people use in movies. If you want someone to look like dominant, strong, powerful, you shoot them from below. Sorry, but if you want someone to look like minor, lower on the hierarchy, then you shoot him from above, and he's like a puppy. These are like, let's say, 5 things that you need to pay attention to when shooting models. Not that we know all of that we ever practiced that, we know only in theory. Another thing you could do is to use some objects like we did here. I was leaning on the tree, so then you can be more relaxed. And the other thing is when you try to sit down, I'll guess I will try to sit here, is to make shapes with your body. So let's try something like that. Sanya is searching for a suitable place to sit down. So I'll be sitting here next to my backpack. Even though the eye focus was set on cats, Sanya says that the square was here. I am a cat after all, so why not do the cat walk? We're changing the location. Ooh, that's a new gimbal. Hold your tripod. Look how stable it is. This is how I'm vlogging now. You can't see. Take a photo. New vlogging gear. Pretty stable. I don't need a gimbal anymore. We are using this lamppost, which turned off obviously. It's in the middle of the day, so let's see what we can get from here. We are going across the street to another park, and we are switching to Tamron 70 to 180 just for the sake of trying new stuff. It's time to edit yesterday's vlog. Right now it's 10:15. I'm quite happy with how quickly we finished everything. And Sanya has a lot of photos to choose from. And I guess to edit them for stock photography, I need to sign the model release. That's something you need to have if you work in stock photography with models. They need to agree that you can sell these photos commercially. Otherwise, none of the websites will accept that. Sanya is picking up the best photos from morning's shoot. Look, Mom, I'm a model. What happened to the white balance?